Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First run now for Kyren Williams. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. But you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Milton. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give the receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. This defense for the Broncos, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Again, it's Williams. And after the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Four yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Now Milton. This is caught. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Nix. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nix to the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Throwing Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to the air with Nix. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw is Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Benson. Here is 3rd and 5. Now it's Nix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. How about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They're going. It's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and a big sack at that. This remains a one-point game. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game, because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. From the 46, here's second and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, let him give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down and keep the sticks moving.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now we're at the 41, second and 9. Milton. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
This one swung out to Williams. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Here's second and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Here's third and 10. To throw, it's Milton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
They'll get that complete to Franklin. A good position to be in here, second and inches. Looking to throw. Nix. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Nix looking to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And now they'll shift things around. Forced out to his left. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Back to throw. Nix. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
Second and 6. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. The final shot before break. Nix. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Giants 10. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the 2nd half will commence from the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the 1st half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they're going to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. And now another one thrown incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. To throw is Milton. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Kyren Williams with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Nix from the shotgun. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Benson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Robinson will try to pick it up. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack to stop him short of the first. An audible here to get a new look. Being chased out left. And coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Going to throw right side here, complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Looking to throw. Nix. And he finds a man on a crossing route. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Brian Robinson Jr. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this third quarter. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Now they send a running back in motion right. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Milton now to throw.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Quickly into the hands of Mims.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's got it down to the 28. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Here's Nix.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Now they'll audible to something else. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Nix to the air.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Buying time to his left.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now Milton. That is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Milton.
Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here's Milton.
And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30.
They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Operating from the gun, Milton.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Milton. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
John Franklin Myers in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts him back within 1 score, but
I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that third one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not liking the look, they'll change the play. On second down, here's the option.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
They're going. It's Nix. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. A gutsy decision there, going for it on 4th, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't